Hello, welcome back to the BTG channel. Today we will explore the dark and gripping saga unfolding in the daytime soap opera Beyond the Gates, focusing on the chilling plot by Hayley Hamilton to poison her husband, Bill Hamilton. This storyline is more than just a tale of betrayal. It's a complex web of deceit, revenge, and power struggles that has captivated audiences with its emotional intensity and strategic twists. Hayley Hamilton is far from the archetypal desperate wife pushed to extremes by a failing marriage. Her calculated attempt to poison Bill reveals a character driven by deep-seated motivations beyond mere marital discord. Investigations into her actions uncover multiple layers of intent. One of the primary drivers is a fierce vendetta rooted in her tragic family history. Allegations suggest that Bill's past deeds, whether deliberate or accidental, shaded Hayley's family life, leading to estrangement, loss, and even death. This personal vendetta elevates her plot to a chilling quest for justice or vengeance against the man she deems responsible for her suffering. But Hayley's scheme is not solely revenge-based. It also harbors a meticulously planned financial con. Teaming up with Randy Parker, her cousin and accomplice, she has engineered a long-term fraud to access Bill's vast fortune. Hayley's marriage to Bill serves as the foundation for gaining proximity to his wealth and status. The poisoning attempt is not just an act of destruction but a strategic move to eliminate Bill as an obstacle, enabling her to claim his multi-million-dollar life insurance and liquidate his assets. Her use of deceit, including faked pregnancy claims, reflects a sophisticated manipulation designed to exploit the trust of those around Bill and secure the spoils of her deadly game. Furthermore, her ambitions transcend monetary gain, representing a powerful psychological drive for control and dominance. Hayley's actions, feigning affection while plotting murder, demonstrate a calculated pursuit of power within a traditionally patriarchal setting. Whether fueled by past helplessness or ruthless aspiration, she seeks to rewrite her destiny by seizing control over Bill's legacy. This demonstrates a chilling dynamic where love, power, and deception intertwine. Examining what Hayley ultimately seeks reveals a multifaceted gamble: justice cloaked as revenge, financial freedom, a new identity free from Salem's scrutiny, and the psychological gratification of outsmarting everyone around her. While her plot showcases cold calculation, it also hints at underlying emotional turmoil: conflicted affections for Bill, doubts about her plan's success, and fear of exposure. The poisoning plot has escalated to a critical point, with Hayley administering toxins to Bill, notably at his birthday party, aiming to incapacitate or kill him slowly. Her capability to maintain a convincing facade of grief and normalcy allows the plan to proceed under the radar. With Randy's logistical support, she is well positioned to carry out her grim objectives. Yet, the plan is fraught with risk. Other characters like Naomi, Donnie, and Vanessa have stumbled upon clues that could unravel the conspiracy. Law enforcement involvement looms as a possible roadblock, alongside the moral complexities and last-minute rescues typical of soap opera narratives. Bill's fate teeters precariously. Reports indicate his health deteriorating under mysterious circumstances consistent with poisoning symptoms. Scenes depict him collapsing after consuming tainted drinks, stirring community shock and speculation over his condition or potential death, officially attributed to heart failure in public accounts. Hayley's sudden disappearance following these events intensifies suspicions of foul play and escape. However, true to soap opera tradition, Bill's end is far from certain. Dramatic twists leave room for revival via antidotes, exposure of the villainous, or unforeseen salvation, keeping viewers on edge as the story unfolds. In conclusion, Hayley Hamilton's deadly scheme to poison Bill Hamilton is a masterpiece of daytime drama, blending intricate motives of revenge, greed, and desire for control. This storyline not only tests relationships and loyalties within Salem, but promises seismic consequences that will reshape the community. Fans of Beyond the Gates are bracing for intense confrontations, unexpected reversals, and profound emotional impacts as this dark chapter reaches its crescendo. This detailed exploration integrates plot revelations, character motivation, and plot potential to provide a comprehensive view suitable for devoted fans and new viewers eager to grasp the complexities of Hayley and Bill's turbulent saga. Stay tuned for updates as the drama intensifies on Beyond the Gates. Part 2, Monday, November 10, 2025. Emotional crossroads on Beyond the Gates: Caught, Tomas, and the Fragile Art of Connection. The newest episode of Beyond the Gates transforms what might have been a simple night at the club into an intricate portrait of human vulnerability. Beneath the glimmer of candlelight, laughter, and soft jazz lies a tapestry of emotional tension, an ensemble of characters caught between desire, disillusionment, and the desperate hope that understanding might still be possible. This episode, aptly titled Helpful Advice, doesn't rely on dramatic explosions or sensational plot twists. Instead, it thrives on quieter revelations, the kind that unfold in half-finished sentences, knowing glances, and the tremor of uncertainty when two people realize they may not know each other as well as they thought. Doug and Vanessa, the anatomy of a slow breakup. At one end of the club, Doug and Vanessa sit side by side, their table a battleground disguised as a date. The conversation starts polite, even tender talk of work, their kids, the dinner specials, but the tension seeps through every exchange. Doug's voice, usually confident, is uneven. Vanessa's words, soft but precise, land like carefully aimed darts. The writers of Beyond the Gates use this couple to explore what happens when love outlasts compatibility. Their dynamic is not one of explosive fights, but of quiet erosion, the way resentment builds grain by grain until two people who once shared everything can no longer find common ground. There's a painful realism here, the kind that mirrors the uncomfortable silences of real marriages struggling to stay afloat. Vanessa's expression, equal parts fatigue and determination, suggests she's already rehearsing a life without Doug. He, on the other hand, clings to the idea that the marriage can still be saved, that effort alone might reverse years of neglect. Their scene ends not with resolution, but with a lingering close-up on their hands inches apart, not touching, a silent visual metaphor for two hearts out of sync. Bill, Naomi, and Chelsea, the dinner of discontent. Across the room, another trio plays out a different kind of unease. Bill, ever the charming optimist, is entertaining Naomi and Chelsea at a nearby table. He cracks jokes and orders wine, his voice brimming with forced cheer. Naomi laughs politely, eager to keep the peace, while Chelsea sits stiffly, irritation radiating from her like static. Chelsea's frustration isn't just about the evening's social awkwardness. It's symbolic of her larger dissatisfaction with relationships, expectations, and perhaps even herself. Her sharp comments pierce through the pretense of civility, creating a tension that's as captivating as it is uncomfortable. Naomi's attempts to mediate reveal her role as the emotional anchor of the trio. Her warmth contrasts sharply with Chelsea's cool detachment, and the dynamic between the three becomes a subtle dance of empathy, fatigue, and unspoken judgment. The scene hints at deeper storylines waiting to resurface, old wounds between friends, secrets half buried, and the unending struggle to connect despite emotional distance. Cott's confession, when chemistry falters. Then comes the episode's emotional centerpiece. Cott bursts into the club like a storm cloud, her usually composed demeanor replaced by restless agitation. Spotting Chelsea, she slides into the seat beside her, exhaling heavily as though she's been holding her breath for hours. "I can't believe I'm saying this," Cott begins, her voice a mix of disbelief and embarrassment, "but last night with Tomas was awful." Her confession shatters the tension at the table. Chelsea raises an eyebrow, intrigued. Naomi looks sympathetic but unsure what to say. Cott, who has spent weeks building up her connection with Tomas, their effortless banter. Their electrifying chemistry suddenly finds herself confronting an unexpected truth. Desire doesn't always translate into compatibility. The show captures her vulnerability beautifully. This isn't just about bad sex, it's about the fear that something fundamental might be missing. Cott admits she assumed passion would make everything easy, that physical connection would simply happen. Instead, the reality proved clumsy, awkward, and humbling. Tomas and Eva, the mirror conversation. Meanwhile, across town, in the sleek ambience of Orphe Jean, Tomas is unpacking the same experience from a different angle. Sitting opposite him, Eva listens intently, sipping her drink with quiet composure. The contrast between her poise and his frustration is striking. Tomas feels defeated. He's a man used to confidence, to charm that works, to moments that flow naturally. But now, faced with Cott's disappointment, he's grappling with questions he's never had to ask. Was it him? Was it her? Was it something deeper? Eva's response is both compassionate and challenging. She refuses to let Tomas spiral into self-blame. "You're not bad in bed," she tells him firmly. "You just didn't connect that night. It happens." Her advice, though simple, reframes the entire issue. She pushes Tomas to think beyond performance, to understand that intimacy is not about proving worth but about building trust. "Show her it's about her," Eva says, her words carrying quiet authority. "Make her feel seen. Sex isn't a test to pass, it's a conversation you keep having." It's a moment that transforms Tomas's confusion into contemplation, and the audience can almost see the realization flicker behind his eyes. The parallel storytelling, Kat confiding in Chelsea, Tomas confiding in Eva, underscores the universal truth that both sides of a relationship often wrestle with the same insecurities, just from different directions. Chelsea's wisdom, the voice of experience. Back at the club, Chelsea offers Kat the kind of grounded wisdom that only comes from experience and perhaps a few heartbreaks of her own. Chemistry gets you in the bedroom, she says pointedly, but communication gets you to orgasm. It's a line that could easily feel glib, but Chelsea delivers it with disarming sincerity. For her, it's not about cynicism, but about understanding the mechanics of emotional intimacy. She's been where Kat is, dazzled by the spark, then bewildered when it doesn't ignite the way it should. Kat confesses that she's haunted by the endless stream of articles and podcasts warning that if a couple doesn't have explosive, movie-worthy sex, the relationship is doomed. Chelsea rolls her eyes. That's not love, she says. That's marketing. Her advice is simple yet profound. Stop obsessing over what's wrong and start paying attention to what's real. Get out of your head, Chelsea tells her. Be present. People don't connect perfectly on cue. You learn each other, that's the point. A study in contrast, mind, body, and expectation. The beauty of this episode lies in its balance. As Kat wrestles with feelings of inadequacy and Tomas questions his worth, the show reminds viewers that intimacy is as much psychological as it is physical. Both characters are chasing a version of love shaped by expectation, the glossy kind promised in magazines and movies, only to find that reality is far messier, but also far more meaningful. Director Elise Hammond amplifies this theme visually. The camera lingers on small gestures, a hand twitching toward another, a glance that's both longing and uncertain. The sound design softens during moments of honesty, allowing silence to speak louder than dialogue. Every frame reinforces the idea that connection isn't built in grand moments, but in the quiet courage to stay open when things don't go perfectly. The lesson beneath the drama. By the end of the episode, Beyond the Gates delivers a rare kind of intimacy, not sexual, but emotional. Kat begins to see that love is not something you perform, but something you learn. Tomas, meanwhile, starts to understand that being a good partner isn't about impressing someone. It's about listening, adjusting, and caring without ego. Doug and Vanessa's fractured marriage serves as a haunting contrast, a cautionary tale of what happens when communication dies completely. And through Chelsea and Eva, the show gives voice to a powerful duality. One woman reminding Kat to slow down and breathe, the other encouraging Tomas to reach deeper rather than retreat. As the credits roll, the night's storylines converge into a single, resonant truth, that the heart of any relationship, whether romantic, friendly, or fractured, lies not in perfection, but in persistence. Final reflection, the courage to begin again. Helpful advice isn't just another night of romantic misfires. It's an exploration of what it means to try, fail, and try again in the pursuit of genuine connection. It strips away the fantasy of effortless chemistry and replaces it with something far more compelling: the ongoing, imperfect, beautiful process of learning to love without fear. In a world obsessed with instant gratification, Beyond the Gates dares to say that real intimacy takes time. And in doing so, it delivers one of its most authentic, quietly powerful episodes to date, one that lingers long after the final scene fades to black.